you've just brought us on to the next point, which is something you just said is smart building tech is expensive. It's not anymore. A few years ago, it used to be, like 5, maybe 6 years ago, it used to be, but not anymore, right? I mean, as you just said, it's not actually that expensive anymore to deploy. You know, we've got hundreds of all of your sensors deployed in customers because it's not expensive. You know, if it was, then we wouldn't have hundreds and hundreds deployed across multiple buildings. So expense comes in. Someone has just sent in an interesting case study on heating and cooling fighting each other. So it's from one of our customers actually. So we put that. So they had a Dakin unit. They had a really funny, a very long rectangle of a building. On the north side was the heating system. On the south side was the cooling system. And before we put the sensors in, they had no idea that both the heating and the cooling were running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to try and bring the temperature up or down, whichever one it was fighting against. And we deployed some sensors. It was DT, put them in north, south, east, and west. And we found very quickly that as soon as we put the data in and we turned the heat map on, you could see the hot and cold spot. You know, it was like, wow, look, almost in the middle of the room, it goes from 19 degrees on one side to 24 on the other because they're both running. And then the power usage never went up or down. So they thought it was normal, but nobody had checked that. So no sensors have been put in to deploy that. And you know, we did that for a few £100, you know, just to get it going and prove a point. So it's not expensive to get stuff going these days.
And that situation is probably not unique. I think we experience, even in our office, every year when we go from winter to summer, because we have water radiators, right? And then there is one or two of those magnet solenoids that is not working. And then you are heating, and you're going here. So I think it's quite common, actually. It's a general problem in terms of power waste.
Yes, I agree. I've got a question come in, guys. So I'll let whoever wants to answer it. And Avrili, what reasons are some FMs giving for not installing smart sensors in both new buildings and retrospective fittings?
I think one we get all the time is, you know, I don't want to just create more problems.
Yeah.
The sensor just going to give me more problems to fix, and I'd say that's really not the case most of the time. You know, there are either simple things that you can do, or just for the fact that knowing that you know, it really opens your eyes to like, well, you know, I can improve efficiency or productivity and all these sort of things. You know, people aren't distracted or tired in the afternoon or whatever, you know, the benefits may be based on the different sensors. So
yeah, we have had previously some FMs, so to kind of answer that kind of directly, and is we've had people just literally say, if we put these in and it exposes hot or cold spots in the building, I do have a job to do to try and fix all of that. So some people don't want to do that, right? I know I do say, and FMs either love me or hate me, so apologies, but some FMs do like to wear their underpants on the outside. But, you know, generally, you know, some people are resistant to change, but it's coming whether people like it or not. Technology prices are coming down. Technology availability is going up. The you know, the accuracy of sensors, all of your sensors is going up. It's easy to deploy. If you don't do it, someone else will do it. You know, people can walk in. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got like sensors around me here. I've got 8 different indoor air quality sensors around me that's telling me what the temperature and the air quality is. If you don't do it, someone can go and buy one off the internet and bring it to your office. You've got to move with the times, right? You can't be resistant to change anymore, because if you are, someone else is going to do it for you. Given the availability of technology these days, someone else will bring a sensor in if you don't.
And that's not just speculation. I mean, we have had customers where that really happened, and especially in regards to things like VOC and CO2, of course.
Yeah.
Where customers or where employees come in and say, you know, this might not even be a secure or a safe environment for your employees. So it's time to sort of stop sticking down your neck in the sand and actually sort of face the problem head on.
Yeah. There are a few reasons. Generally, it's they don't want to expose problems. Generally, some people don't want to make any more work for themselves than they've already got. You know, it's you've got to look at the positives rather than the negatives, right? And I don't actually see any negatives apart from people not wanting to do it. So, you know, there's only benefits from putting sensors in and starting to bring this data to life and putting it into a platform like ours. Even if it's not ours, it's someone else's, whoever platform it is. You bring it up, you look at it, whether your operations, your FM, your workplace, your HR, whoever it is, it's like, right, we've got data now. Let's do something about it together and fix it and figure it out. At some point, everything that your sensors do leads to savings. Otherwise, people wouldn't be buying them in the tens of thousands and rolling them out, right? So it's not the fact that people should not think they should do it. It's the fact that everyone should realize that by doing this, you will drive savings from somewhere.